Okay, welcome back. I probably could have kept playing when they got here because they weren't here for very long, but I couldn't take that chance because they are very loud people. So here we are. Now, what were we doing? I could probably charge blue with that. I'd get that open too. Cool. And then that gets that. Which lets me get this. Oh, this is an inverter, so I need... Oh, this is color combine or whatever the hell they're called. So that's not what I need. I think I need to get this out. So let's start with this. And I guess that's how I get red. Okay. I know what I need to do. You take that. Plug this here. Wait, we put this here actually. Yeah. Should have gotten this out before, but that's fine. Now, I need to get the green all the way over here. Oh no, I think I have to get the green. Okay. Hang on. Wrong way found. You're you, into you, into you. Let's go get the green. Discharge that. Okie dokie. Then we can run around, hit that there, and we're good. No problem. Got achievement for that too. Becoming smarter. Return to a puzzle for a second attempt. Cause I left during it technically. You heard that mean that doesn't mean there was an achievement for never leaving a puzzle. Oh, I thought that was stairs up for some reason. That's fine. This is the other puzzle. I still haven't seen the flame. So I might have to spend a lot of time exploring to go find it. I've only got 2 more puzzles to get through before I have nothing else to do. Lateral inhibition. So that would power the red, which would power the fan, but I don't want to power the fan. But I need you to also open that door. But I can do that. Oh no, I power the blue. Okay, I getcha. We do that, and we can go through here. then that leaves me unable to get through. Okay. What am I missing? Lateral inhibition. I think I need to get it going like that. But I need to find a way to block it also. So I think what I need to do is probably connect this to at least that. No, let's connect it to that. No. What if we do this? No, that's still not good enough. How can I get it so that it will block the light? Do I have to? Get red? Yeah, I'm not quick enough. So I need to set this up first. Yeah, there we go. Check that there, and we're good. So my brain knew what it wanted to do. It just couldn't figure out how to do it. Alright, we got 7, 8, and a couple of question marks left. Keep my eyes open, see if I can spot any ominous blue lights or even any red ones, because I haven't seen a Promethean spark in a while. Oh, I found the lab. Nothing's hidden. What have we got? That's ominous music. Byron.
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda. You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
Why did you fail?
Because for some reason, people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope. Because believing the worst about ourselves, calling ourselves sinners and fools, somehow still seems wise.
And you think what we've discovered here could change things?
Yes. Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this, the puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
I hope so. Let's help him out.
Thank you, 1K. I hope so too. We might be wrong, but let's be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.
There's not enough pieces to play chess. And there's no king on either side, so what were they doing? I think you need to water your plants. Ooh, we have a machine.
Melville, eyes on 1K's stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
Blow my fuse box. It sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there.
Of course, that advice. Your advice is heard, understood, and boring as
You
fuses.
have no idea what you're dealing with, 1K.
I take your point. I'd still like to make a
Tell
guess.
me then.
I guess it's some kind of neuroanalyzer.
That's actually pretty close.
Haha.
I think it's a somnodrome. It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus dreamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go.
How does it work?
Well, what we know is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampus stipulated that the computational power to interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious. If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best. Pseudoscience, regardless.
That may be. But if the founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery.
We should try it.
I would advise against it. You may have survived all those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked. Not to mention risking the data we could get from it.
I want to plug in.
Sorry, Melville, but if 1K wants to do this, I won't get in the way. It's his decision.
Understood. But if 1K starts to smoke, don't be slow to pull the plug.
Sweet. That door's shut. Let's do this first. Somnodrome prototype. Athena. Melampus believed that the answers we're looking for, the correct way for the individual to exist ethically in society and the world, are within us. Our failure to him was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truthfully reflect what already exists within our minds. A failure of connection between the high and the low, the inner and the outer. On most days that seems wrong to me, but sometimes when I think of where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if the Somnodrome doesn't hold an answer after all. I took some time to build a prototype according to the original blueprints, but there's a lot Melampus didn't account for. Still, I'm almost certain I could apply some of my own knowledge and make it work. The question is, should I? Well, I've answered that in that I'm going to jump in. Whee! Screw your data. I want to experience it.
Can you hear me?
I don't know.
What
Yes.
did I say? You fried it. Who knows what data we've lost?
I regret
Melville,
nothing.
I still think it's worth you coming here to take a look. 1K, let's pack up and explore the rest of this lab.
Private message. Melampus. Hey, he messaged me about it. To all of you on this expedition, I'm sure you have questions about the Somnodrome, but I'm afraid I can't answer them. It was a dream I had long ago, when I was a different person. It has long since faded. I did build a prototype of sorts, at least of one part of its systems, but none of it ever functioned the way I wanted it to. Whatever Athena may have done with my invention, the truth is that I'm simply not interested in the affairs of New Jerusalem anymore. I care as little for Byron's utopianism as I do for Herman's religious pessimism. I'm not sure I care about anything at all, really. In fact, I think not caring may be the only answer at the end of the day. Everything is transient, even the self. I've learned to let go. Please do not respond. I value my privacy. So you've become a nihilist, more or less. Nothing really matters. Alright. My farming session, Buddhists. So I've been playing a ton of this old Gehenna game called Ancient Human Farmer. The title says it all. It's sort of a simple farming simulator. Maybe not the most sophisticated game, but I'm getting really obsessed with it. And I'm having some sort of emotional response to it that I can't exactly explain. Like it makes me happy, but also sad. Does anyone have any idea why this happened to me? Obus. The game appeals to you because of the human need to commune with nature, to live a lifestyle that's not about dominating the world, but coexisting with it. You're sad because we can't ever return to being who we used to be thousands of years ago, but happy because it reminds you that at least something similar is still possible for us. Libistros. Maybe it's because the people of Gehenna, despite their imprisonment, had an innocent view of the world that's permanently lost to us. Damien. I think it's actually the opposite of what Obus is saying. These games are enjoyable because they take us back to a time when we still had agency, when we could build things, grow things, when we could impose our will on the world instead of being completely powerless and inactive. What you crave is the ability to contribute to humanity in real, material ways, and you're sad because just simulating it isn't enough. You don't want to farm, you want to be a pioneer, as we humans were born to be. Pellegrino. It's just a game. Don't overthink it. I think it's Damien, actually. Cool. Melampus, one of the Lupia first companions, dreamed up the Somnodrome back in the day. It was supposed to help us visualize the black box that is our internal algorithms and so provide some kind of moral or spiritual insight. It never properly worked, of course. Apparently, the founder took an interesting experiment further with the technology, correcting some of the mistakes Melampus made. Still a load of tosh, if you ask me, but maybe she made it work. And I don't think I can... Yeah. So I can't go back, so if I wanted to do it again, I would have to replay the game to get this point. Which I wouldn't be opposed to doing. Oh, what do we got here? It's a teleporter. Oh, there's gonna be teleporters. Great. From Thekla. To Athena. Beloved founder. Wherever you have gone, I continue to have faith in... You are our mother, our creator, the chosen of the progenitor. I am certain that this is a test, a trial like the ones you faced in the simulation, and we will learn from your example and keep the faith. Praise your name, Thekla 862. Nemo Project 6, Trial 1310 to 1392. Results confirm the anomaly is consistent. Trials 1393 to 1551. There was no error in Trial 108. The error is in our understanding. Trials 1552 to 1701. Blah 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 blah. We need to start over. Next, from Miranda to Athena. I went ahead and ran the next set of trials anyway. I know you said to wait, but the data we got from the last batch was just too amazing. Every step leads to the next, like a progression of musical notes. We're so close, Miranda. And here's some schematics to keep Melville happy. So I'm assuming the Somnodrome will have something to do in the future.
Sustained itself longer this time.
Did we get the data?
We did. I think we just obsoleted quantum physics.
Maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to be able to replicate these results.
There they
You
are.
know, I've been wondering. You told me that in the simulation, one thing that kept you motivated was looking for answers. Do you think that with the work we're doing, we'll ever run out of questions to ask?
I don't think so. Trying to understand the universe means asking the same question over and over. How? How do you make fire? How do earthquakes happen? How does gravity work? How do particles behave? You keep digging deeper, finding another set of mechanisms, another set of hows. Step by step, you demystify reality. But then, if you keep doing it long enough, one day, you run out. You've answered all the hows. You know how the universe works. So, now what?
Now you ask why? Isn't that the next step?
It's not quite that easy. The question of why cannot be answered. Even if it could, it would only be followed by another why. At some point, you have to accept that it all just exists. But there is another set of questions. What's next? You've stripped away the layers of mystery, you've laid bare the machinery. Now you have to start building, to add your own layers of meaning.
Gonna be honest, a lot of that went over my head.
Are you okay? You overloaded again.
I sure did.
Yes, I saw. It came through on your stream. Strange to hear her voice again. But that was her. The way I remember her. The real Athena. Not this imaginary founder.
Tell me more about her.
I was one of the first she woke up. There was just a handful of us in those days. A small family in the ruins of a dead civilization. It was hard. Harder than anyone can possibly imagine. We had nothing except what Alexandra Drennan and the Institute left us. Now that everyone lives in civilization, they don't understand how necessary it was for us to build that civilization. They can fantasize about living in balance, limiting growth, retreating behind our walls. They don't understand what it really means to live in the wilderness. How close we came to not making it. How many people we lost. Yema was just the first. But Athena understood. She believed in humanity. She believed in us. In the inherent value of consciousness. Her dreams were so much bigger. She wanted us to reclaim the Earth, to reach for the stars, to build and grow and learn.
So why is she remembered that way?
The city was already changing before she left, turning inwards, forgetting the future. Once she was gone, other people shaped her memory, turned her into the symbol they needed. I understand all that, as depressing as it may be. What I don't understand is why she didn't tell me. If she came here to do all this, why didn't she bring me along?
She did what she thought she had to.
She did. She must have. I just don't understand. But if all this is a test, maybe there's an answer waiting for us in the megastructure. Speaking of which, let's get back to exploring. Melville should have reconnected the next station by now.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Ah, shortcut. But I don't know if she decided to come here or not. She did not. That's fine. Anything else pop up? No? Cool. What else do we have? Oh, bright light hurt my eyes. We got 7. Then we got 8. Then we got that question mark. And then we still gotta find the goddamn Promethean spark. Rainbow. We got 2 green, 2 blue, and a red. Huh. Oh, red and blue makes green. But I think I need... I don't know what I need actually. I grab the blue. We can put the blue here like that. Then I need to get a blue and a green to make the red again. Yep. So that'll only get me one of the blues there. can I do? What can I do? I could blue and red just that one. I could green and red to the 2 blues. No, it's still not right. If I do that, I can, oh, my brain is not liking this one. Do I have to make this green? Let's try making this green. Green and red makes the 2 blue. Yeah. Sorry. Um, what if I do red? Then I just put the red there. Red and blue makes green. Green and red makes blue, but then I'm still stuck with having one less. So I take that. Hang on, have I solved it? Yes, I did. Jesus. Just needed to move things around a little bit.
I'm glad to see all those overloads haven't damaged your logic circuits.
Gee, thanks. Oh, you're cute.
Hey, 1K. How can I help you?
What do you think about the Summoner drone?
I'd never heard of it before, but it sounds fascinating. I mean, imagine exploring a place inside yourself that you didn't even know existed. Might really give you a new perspective. Or it might be really stupid, but it's probably cool.
There are some people in new traditional want me to participate in their political maneuvering.
I don't get involved
Words.
with that. I think we should discuss everything openly and then vote, not play games behind each other's backs.
Me too. Do you think the founder was right?
I don't know. Sometimes I'd like to believe that everything happens for a reason, that there's some external force that gives us purpose and meaning. But then I think about all the horrible things that happen to people, and I can't accept that those things were meant to happen, that they couldn't have been avoided. So in that sense, I agree. We should find our own meaning. But to be completely honest, I find it hard to just impose meaning on the world. I'm not as driven as someone like Byron. I feel more moved by Miranda's recordings than by my own ideas.
Perhaps adding meaning to the world is what something we do together.
I like that. Some of us lead, some of us follow, but we all do it together.
You think the founder might still be here?
I don't know. It all looks pretty abandoned to me. But maybe it is all a test.
Okay. That is the golden test area, I believe. No, pardon me. Is this a Trevor? Yes. Consume. Vox Pop 9. From an interview with a protester outside the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. So why did you join this protest? Artificial intelligence is inherently dangerous to this planet's ecosystem. Defending that ecosystem is our responsibility. In which way is artificial intelligence dangerous? I'm not some paranoid idiot imagining Skynet taking over the world, alright? That's science fiction. But what we're talking about here is an artificial intelligence without any of the attachment we have to the natural world. It is not capable of distinguishing between, say, an ore and a tree. Everything's just resources to it. People like Sarabai or Drennan talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extractivist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. Their intelligent being will try to optimize the world in its image, and in doing so, consume it. Question, when, blah blah blah. Okay, question. But so far they're saying it's all theoretical. A, the atom bomb was theoretical at first too. Once something is there, someone's going to use it. Oh, obviously this protester either didn't understand what they were doing, or Drennan and her team decided to take this seriously and change them, because obviously us, humans in this world, care about nature, not just trying to extract everything. Founding Hypatia. Day 200. Construction on our new home is coming along nicely. We finished 2 new buildings last week, and this week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have plans to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement, which will serve as our administrative center and main heliport. But right now, there's still a long way off, decades at the least. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough of us to need that much space. But then I look at the dam and I remind myself, our ancestors built that, with their short lifespans and soft flesh and bone bodies. And then I think that there's really no limit to what we can achieve, given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. Trev.
Strap in, this is a long one. You may have heard the story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story, bittersweet, very human, and I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person, and his name was John. John Carpenter. He was born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle, and after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
Why? Okay. What am I missing? Ah, that's what I'm missing. Cube. We do that. Keeps it open. We grab that. We can do that. We can do that, which keeps it open. Come grab this. Even though we don't need to anymore. Because I'm pretty sure we can just do this. Yep. Ta-da! But still no sparks, so we're gonna have to spend a lot of time trying to find it. So, yay. Why'd you go there? That looks funky. Oh, we have a Strigiera over here.
To us who have only just begun this journey of philosophy, the world may seem like a mystery that can never be solved. A great deal has been written since the days of the Seven Sages, but how much of it is truth and how much of it is idle speculation? I've offended many by saying that most philosophy will, as the centuries pass, be discarded as foolishness and superstition. But it is a truth only philosophers fail to see. And yet we cannot abandon reason and conclude that we cannot know anything. Rather, we must accept that the journey towards understanding will be long, and our task is to build a foundation for those who will one day arrive at its destination.
Oh, why let me jump off? Okay. Get another audio.
Sometimes it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
This one is weird. What if I were to do this? And this. No. Too far. That goes the wrong way. We'll have to go back this way. There we go. Now, this is where the thing was. And I didn't get a thing, so I'm not done yet. Okay. That's annoying. This means I still got to work on the Sphinx puzzle too. Is there anything on this one? I don't think I can get to that one. No, I can't. I'd rather do these before I go up into the tower, if I'm being honest. So I think it's time to do a bit of a run around. As well as look at this. So we got the X there, we got the X there, and then there was a square down there. I wonder if the square has anything to do with it. But I'm more concerned about the Promethean spark. Oh, did you get flipped back up? No, you're still flipped down. So that doesn't help me. Let's try and look for any like spot of color. Oh, I can look at the Sphinx thing while I'm here. Hello, Akachaz.
Hello, 1K.
Founder talked about transferring the world into a work
Assuming
of
what
art.
we heard really is the founder, I think the world is already a work of art. We don't need to improve it.
Do you think finding a functional Somnodrome would be interesting?
Sure. I think there's plenty inside each of us to explore, and it might give us a new perspective. Will it really answer all the big questions? I don't know, but it might help.
Okay. We got X, we got X. Oh, there is another X. I missed it. It's all the way in the back of the first island. The biggest island. Pardon me. Which is pretty much dead that way. Okay. So that's right. I'll go back to exploring the way I wanted to try and find anything about this Promethean spark. So let's just go around the back of all of these now. And hope I find something. Found another regular spark. I'll take that. Yep. No, I assume it's penguins or seals. It's a jumping puzzle. Yes. Alright. Non-necessary spark found. Where is the necessary one? Rude. This is where this thing is. Zooming in isn't really helping. And I am tempted to just look up where it might be. But for now, I still got to do the other Sphinx thing, so I guess I can do that first. And then worry about whether or not why I can't find the Promethean spark. Also, I have no doubt that it could possibly be somewhere very obvious, and I've just managed to miss it every single time. Would not surprise me. I see blue. I see blue. So, no. Oh my god, it is right. Okay, yep. There we go. Hi, Byron.
Hey, 1K.
Do you think the answers we seek exist within ourselves?
Self-reflection is important, but only thinking about yourself, your inner identity, becomes narcissistic. You exist, whether you like it or not, in a dialectical relationship with the world. Identity has no meaning without society, and society has no meaning without the individual. It's in that tension that we really come into being.
Okay, thanks. I just finished talking to you.
How can I help you?
Okay, so it's bugged out. Cool. Now, I'm not doing this yet, now that I know where it is. So I want to go do this first. Should be over this way somewhere. And it should be a statue of Pandora. Yes, here we go. Yep, that one's done. Good, excellent. Now we run back. And we can grab the spark and start chasing it. Did I go too far? I don't think so. I think it was back here. Because it was along a path. Yep, there it is. Let's just walk and keep it ahead of me. This is such a convoluted path back to your home. So I haven't been paying attention to the other ones. They all sound different. It's like have personality. And now you go across the water, I bet. Ah, it's showing me that there's a path here. Then we can go back to the other one. Which is all the way over there. Hey, come on, don't make me hit you again. You made me hit you again. Thank you.
Utopia is impossible, but the future that is possible will seem like a dream to those who are alive now.
How profound. Oh. It's the first day we've had the dog free of her metaphorical chains. She had surgery, like I said in a different video. So we had a shirt on her to prevent her from getting at her stitches and whatnot. Today's the first day she's been able to not wear it because we'd got the stitches removed. She's having a field day.
What made our ancestors settle in these god-forsaken places? It can't have been easy with those frail, squishy bodies of theirs. What makes a caveman go, yes, this frozen hellscape is where I want to live out my days? Do you think Byron was right? Is it in our nature to be wanderers?
I think they came here looking for beauty. Come challenges? No. That's definitely not it. It's been once founded just for aesthetics. It's one of these three. I don't know which one I want. Let's do that one.
You think that's an inherently human behaviour? Always restless, trying to start a new thing somewhere else?
I don't think it's uniquely human. We're just good at it.
That's an interesting way of putting it. Like it's a feature, not a bug. I like that. You're clever for someone who's only been around for a few days.
Thanks. I try. What else do you have to say?
Yes?
A singularity.
Yes. She could be talking about a gravitational singularity. Like the point within a black hole where density becomes infinite and space-time breaks down. But the term has other applications too.
Fascinating.
You're right. It is fascinating. You know, our ancestors went to incredible lengths to try and understand reality. They built super colliders and sent telescopes into space to find traces of the Big Bang. I guess the founder was walking in their footsteps.
I should get back to work. And so should you. Give me my star, give me my star, gimme, gimme, gimme. Doing.
None may know what came first, error or sin, and yet every choice depends on it.
Is it like the chicken or the egg? Because technically it's both. A chicken would have came from an egg, but it wouldn't have been a chicken egg, so to speak. Alright. Oh, Pandora again.
Halt, creature of clay. You have taken another step towards the flame. Before you continue, ask yourself, have the gifts of Prometheus ever truly benefited your people? Or have they brought nothing but strife?
Without his gifts, we would no longer even exist.
Without Prometheus, your ancestors would never have fallen. And you would have all the natural gifts that your people have now lost.
Disasters always happen. Without the gifts of Prometheus, we would have been defenseless. Nah. We have gained as much as we have lost.
And yet you may lose everything before the end. Consider this as you continue your quest.
Yeah, but it's not guaranteed, is it? So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. With that, oop, wrong button. That's a good point to stop. So thank you all for watching.
Thinking. There's 3
Hang on,
towers per
after
cardinal
this.
direction and 3 entities. You'd think it would be symmetrically arranged. 1 tower per entity, right? But we haven't seen Prometheus at all.
We're built to find patterns. Maybe we're trying to find patterns where there aren't any.
Okay. Thank you all for watching. I shall see you in the next episode. Ciao.